As some of you know, I have this little series on my YouTube channel where I take a look at some of the low ratings for some of our local establishments here and do my best to try to defend them. Well, I know there's been a lot of news about the whole Chick-Fil-A, Popeyes thing going on right now. We won't get into too much of that, but one thing I did want to do is defend Popeyes from scathing reviews. I don't know if this is the general feeling just out in the world, but here locally, I don't have a lot of friends that are just like, hey, let's go to Popeyes. I never hear a whole lot of good things. This will be the first business that I try to defend that does not typically have high opinions of it in the first place. That's not going to stop me because they are a business here in Pensacola and I'm going to defend them. I'm going to try. A lot of these reviews are actually pretty recent too, all within the past couple weeks, couple months-ish. Just left from here, I specifically told them no thighs. They put 4 thighs in the box. Yeah, okay, that's factual. There's nothing I can say about that. We ordered a large mac and cheese. There were none in the bag. We went back inside for them to give us 3 small cups of mac and cheese that were not filled up to the top. You know, stuff happens. Okay, this is gonna be a tough one. The worker had an attitude. Also, I got home and bit my chicken so hard, it's overcooked. This reminds me of Gordon Ramsay. It's raw. You pay your hard-earned money for D- service. If you don't want to be busy or deal with customers, just quit. The service was horrible, no eye contact, no communication, drink area nasty, floor sticky, cook pushing food on top of food. Okay, so we're getting a little frustrated with how some of the employees are treating us. You know, I understand that. I'm sure it'll get better. Terrible service, did not get my correct order, food was cold, and the employees were not polite. Never going to this Popeyes again. We are getting a little bit of consistency about the employees' attitudes towards customers. So we'll keep checking, maybe that'll go away. Usually what happens is that we have outlier cases where something happened or somebody had some over-heightened expectations and they were not met and therefore they gave a unwarranted negative review. What we find is that when there's a lot of consistency among reviewers, that typically indicates a real problem. So I'm worried here that just in the few reviews that I've read, they have been focused on the employees. So we're gonna keep trucking on here. Also a little bit about the food being cold and not good too. Horrible service, waited 45 minutes on some food, just horrible. 45 minutes, see, I probably would have left at that point. I'd just been like, nah, we'll go to Chick-Fil-A. Rude girl in drive-thru, zero politeness. Had to restate my order of 1 thigh, 1 wing, and 1 biscuit 4 times because she wasn't listening or paying attention. Staff was overwhelmed, service was slow. They kept taking orders, but no one was getting their food. I ordered a 3-piece meal and was charged for a 9-piece. I did receive the 9-piece. This is the perfect example of what I mean. This is just a simple mistake. Really doesn't warrant a 1-star review. You ordered a 3-piece, they accidentally charged you for a 9-piece. They still gave you the 9-piece. You know, you probably could have told them once they gave it to you what happened, but probably does not warrant a 1-star review. That's more of the type of thing I usually poke fun at here. But there's not a whole lot of defending on my part. Always understaffed with terrible attitudes. Can you say slow? By far the slowest Popeyes in Pensacola. You go there, be prepared to wait at least 10 minutes for your food. Really need better management and staff. Oh my gosh. I have never complained or wrote a review. The absolutely worst I have ever been treated. I was there before 8. I got out there at 8:30. Young man at the register act like I owed him money. 4 pieces of chicken and got that wrong. He couldn't even tell me about the wait. The manager had to tell me. I was ready to leave after I paid for it. I'm not a young buck. I'm 47 years old. I feel so bad for this guy right now. It's like, I've never complained. I've never written a review, but I just had to tell everyone on the internet they treated me really badly. All I wanted were my 4 pieces of chicken. I will not go back to that one. They are rude. Food is decent, but the staff needs some people skills training. If you want to come to a restaurant where the employees act as if they are doing you a favor by doing their job, then this is the particular location for you. Worst service ever, very rude employees. No customer service. Food is good, but extremely slow. I think I've heard enough. I'm ready to go down there. We're going to experience this Popeyes and see if the employees really do have bad attitudes and see how slow it really is. So what I think I'm gonna do is I wanna cause just a little bit of provocation. I don't wanna overdo it and like try and get them to be snappy at me, but something just very simple, like ordering something and then being like, no, wait, I changed my mind, I actually want this. And that's it. I'm gonna see if maybe that'll be enough to get a negative response that a lot of the reviewers were saying that they have. But hopefully it'll be fine, and they'll just be like, oh yeah, no problem, and then they'll just correct it. And I'm hoping all these reviewers are wrong. I'm hoping that this Popeyes is actually amazing. All right, here we are. Popeyes. Doesn't look too crowded either. We might have lucked out here.
Hi, welcome back to Popeyes. Try order when you're ready.
Okay, give me just a second. You just have like a 4-piece like drumstick meal type thing?
Mild or spicy?
Mild.
What's your size?
Let me do some mashed potatoes and gravy, and I'll do some mac and cheese as well.
It's on one side.
Okay, I'll do just mashed potatoes for a side, and I'll just buy another macaroni.
Mac and cheese are gonna be out right now, sir.
Okay, could I do a biscuit?
Yes, sir.
Let me do 2 biscuits.
So I got 4 legs mild, a mashed potato, and an extra biscuit.
Yeah. You know what? I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and just get rid of the extra biscuit.
Okay, we ain't got no legs. You want more spicy?
Sure.
And you don't want the extra biscuit?
No extra biscuit.
Anything else for you?
That'll do it.
$10.75.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. So I ordered 4 drumsticks, little chicken sticks. I ordered mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. She said that I could only have one side, and I said, you know, I'm willing to just pay for the extra mac and cheese. She then said that they were out of mac and cheese, so I ordered another biscuit until she said that they were out of just like regular drumsticks, so I could get spicy if I wanted to, which I didn't really want, but I got spicy. And then I said, no thanks on the extra chicken biscuit. I changed my mind, just like I said before. And then when I actually got to the drive-thru, there was pretty much like, they were right, no eye contact at all. I would give like verbal cues, be like, oh, thank you, or oh, appreciate it. Hello, thank you, appreciate it, thank you. Thank you so much. She literally did not even like look at me, handed me my food. I was like, thank you. And she closes the door. So unfortunately, it looks like a lot of those 1-star reviews were probably pretty accurate. And I hate to say that, you know, I came out here doing this video with the expectation of defending this Popeyes. So I'm gonna go home now and I'm going to write my own review. Actually, you know what I just noticed? Let me double check, let's make sure I'm not wrong. She never gave me any utensils for my mashed potatoes. How am I supposed to eat these mashed potatoes without any forks or spoons? Does Popeyes do sporks? Don't look at me like that. God gave us hands for a reason. I didn't want it to come to this, but I feel like I have no choice. We're gonna go with 3 stars. It is with a heavy heart that I leave my first negative review. I didn't want it to come to this. Really, I didn't. I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. I know all the reviews here say the same thing, that the employees are rude and slow and that the service is subpar, but I believe in the goodness of people and didn't want the negative reviewers to dissuade me too much. So when I went to the land of chicken, I was open-minded, albeit slightly guarded. Turns out my worst nightmare came to fruition. Upon ordering my items at the drive-thru speaker box, I was informed they had no more regular chicken drumsticks and only had the spicy ones. Now, I don't want to point fingers, but my intuition tells me they just didn't want to cook any for me. This type of business model might explain why there was no one there at dinner time on a Friday evening. Regardless, I ordered pretty much what they wanted me to, as I didn't even get the mac and cheese that I was looking forward to the most. Upon receiving my confections, the woman at the window took my money and handed me my food without any communication. It was as if Popeye himself used his canned spinach strength to choke the life out of this drive-thru employee. What have they done to you, employees of Popeyes? You can tell me I won't hurt you. I know you won't come to trust me quickly, but I think over time, we might have a meaningful relationship, you and I. Maybe I'll take you on a walk down by the beach and stare into the sunset as I comb that straggly strand of hair behind your ear and kiss you ever so tenderly. I'll whisper to you, I don't care how successful Chick-Fil-A and KFC are. You're the only one for me, but I'm not ready yet. Maybe one day, But not today. Although I didn't get the food I came there for, I was content in the spicy wings, biscuit, and mashed potatoes, even though they didn't give me any plasticware for the mashed potatoes. So now I must do what's never been done before. Leave a 3-star review. This reminds me of the wise words of one of our modern minstrels. I'm the bad guy. Duh. And submit. Thank you so much for watching this video where I attempted to defend Popeyes from negative reviews, and obviously I have since failed. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave me a like. It helps me out a lot. Comment down below letting me know what you think of Popeyes, and if you enjoyed enough, consider subscribing for more fun content like this. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Take care.